If y'all know someone that needs the information, make sure you let them know. Go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann. You can do anything. Papers, grab your tablets, grab your recording devices, whatever it is that you use to take notes. Content is officially about to begin. If you do not know me, my name is Ashley Ann. I'm a public speaker. I'm an award-winning luxury event designer. Most importantly to y'all, I'm a business builder. I broadcast typically Monday through Thursdays around 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tips and tricks to help you catch the coins, paper the false, and all the money you're missing. I'm the late night business king in these streets. Get into it, baby. I'm a king and a queen at the same time. You're gonna be hard pressed to find someone who has helped more people than moi, okay, get this money with their social media accounts. Everybody give it up to the big G-O-D, because God, hey, that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and has allowed me to use them to make a crap load of money for myself, but I'm really proud that he's allowed me to be a part of so many people's success stories. So I've helped over 6,000 people. Over 500 of my clients have created 6- and 7-figure incomes. Let's see, I have 3 that are going to be hitting the 8-figure mark this year. I'm really, really excited about that. About 132 of them have created 7-figure incomes. If you want to check my receipts, go through my timeline, go through my highlights, my stories, stuff like that. My clients are all over the place. I thank you guys for being so transparent as well, and making sure that you are always shouting out and telling people about me and that you worked with me and that the systems and the things that I teach. Appreciate y'all. Hold me down, okay? Cause y'all know the haters be trying to hold me back. You know, they be trying to, but they can't, okay? So all of that. I have a BA in finance. I have a master's degree. I've been a small business owner for 13 years. Events by Ashley Ann, Events by Ashley Ann, eventsbyaShleyAnn.com is my first company. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram as well. So I learned that I had a knack for about 10 years ago. I started consulting and helping other business owners with like their brands, strategy, funnels, putting together systems, creating products, cash flow, all those sorts of types of things. So that is what I do. I'm a beast in these streets with ads as well. Right now in Instagram land, my clients are averaging about $6,500 a month. I have a couple hundred between 16 and 32,000 every single month. How many of you guys could use 6,000 a month? Because that's on the conservative side. I have over 30 clients that are doing between $50,000 and $150,000 a month on the gram. Facebook land, I've helped a couple thousand people doing between $25,000 and $125,000. In LinkedIn land, my clients doing between $17,000 and $28,000. In Facebook, Periscope Live, not Periscope Live, in Facebook Live, Periscope, Instagram Live, YouLive, Live.me, whatever live streaming platform you choose. I've helped over 800 people doing between $8,000 and $12,000 with that. I have a little over 90 people that are doing in between $10,000 and $30,000 a month with their live streams. Live stream is a unique butterfly because out of all of the social media platforms, it's the least expensive and the easiest to monetize, and you can do it the fastest as well. So that is how we get down in these streets. Now, everybody share, invite. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell a pimp, tell a player. It's about to go down. We're about to get these coins and paper that folds, okay? Now, if you are in this room right now, and if I have some money, drop the dollar signs, the credit card emoji, euro, yen, dineros, the little banks. Let the people know I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. For everyone else, if this is your first time, please don't let it be your last time. Make sure you like my page or subscribe or follow, whatever, wherever you're watching. Make sure you turn on the notifications, and then more importantly, make sure you go down my page, like a couple of pictures, and comment on a couple of posts, so that way you'll see me in your timeline, okay? Blink, blink, blink. So also, if I say something and you don't know what it means, pipe up. I do these trainings to help people. So I know it's lunchtime during the day. Shout out to everybody watching me in your office, in your cute car, while you're eating your sandwich, all that good stuff. Thank you for everybody dropping all the money bags and the dollar signs. Hey, all the kingdom members, you know what I'm trying to see. Ready. Let me see it roll through those comments. Just like that. Okay. Hey, Charles, what's going on, babe? Thank you for that cute bank, Sade. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Boo. Char Smith just got a notification. Let's keep it rolling. You started your campaign 2 days ago. Yes, Char, congratulations. All right. So we're going to talk about running successful social media ads today. And the reason we're talking about that is because during this 10-day series, we've been talking about everything from like mindset to putting together your infrastructure, your brand identity, how to find your target audience. Then we went through a marketing plan. I gave a bomb marketing plan last night. I'm not even being dramatic. If you need a marketing plan, like a simple marketing plan that works, I not rolled out. I went through one of the strategies that I use that generates me like in between $75,000 and $135,000 every single month. So if you want to see that, what time did I get on last night, y'all? Like 8:30. You have until like 8:30 p.m. to see it before it disappears off of all of the social media platforms. It may or may not already be gone off of one or two of them. But if you see it and watch it, I would highly encourage you to watch it. And I gave it out for free. And so, anyway, a part of that is running ads and doing collaborations. So, of course, I was paying attention. Y'all think I don't pay attention to the questions, but I pay attention. And so, there were a lot of you guys questions about how do you find your influencer pages, and then how do you know if it's a good page to run an ad on, and then what should even be inside of the ad. So I thought it was appropriate, right? If we're trying, hey, the one by D, hey boo, hey. So I thought it was appropriate. Hey, good hair, good water. I thought it was appropriate to go ahead and let talking about the parameters so we can make sure again everything is about prosperity over popularity, okay, and making sure that we are building strategic audiences and actually building buying bases. I tell you guys this all the time, okay? There are lots of people in these streets who are so popular, okay, but they are so broke. Blink, 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 blink. We ain't got time for that. Okay, I have several clients who only have 1,000, really good active followers that follow them and engage with them on social media, and the people who can pull off anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000 in a year, depending on the product or the service and the price point of whatever it is that you're selling. So remember, quality is the name of the game and not quantity, and really showing up every day and being able to connect and build relationships with your audience members. And so a lot of times when we're building new audience members, we have to make sure that we're opening the door or creating the path to be able to create a relationship with a follower from the get-go. So that even means whenever you see them, whenever they see you on that community page or influencer page or complimentary products or services page, okay? So I want everybody to remember, y'all know I'm about that content is king life, right? Content is king. But Kim Cole says something very interesting, and it's true. If content is king, consistency is queen. And you need both of them to go together hand in hand, okay? So when we are creating our ads, when it gets into consistency, we need to look at the pages we want to promote on, okay? And we need to pay attention to that page owner's style. I am looking at the fonts. If you're taking notes, start taking them, okay? I'm looking at the fonts that I use. I'm looking at the types of images that the page is using. I am going through the page and I'm trying to see if people are more responsive to video, or if they like collages, or if they prefer stagnant images, okay? I am looking at that they're using on the page. I am time a day that they're posting and engagement they're getting during that time of day. Okay, I am looking to see what type of references they're using. I'm trying to pay attention to see if you do like short copy or long copy or one words. I am looking to see if you are out here in these streets using threads. Like anything that I can learn about that specific page. When I create my piece of content to go on your page or on someone else's page, I don't need it to match the page, but I need it to be similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be able to catch people's attention and draw in on their interests, but you also want to make sure that they're going to want to consume the piece of content that you put there. Blink, blink, blink. So if someone has already built an audience, if they've already built a community, okay, it makes no sense for you to come in trying to disrupt their system. Their audience has already said, this is how I consume information. So it would behoove you, okay, to when in Rome, do as the Romans, right? So it would be to your benefit if you switched up your style, and it does take a little bit of work sometimes, but to modify the content that you're putting out there for that particular page. And I want you guys, I don't know how many of you guys travel and go to different conferences and conventions and stuff like that. And specifically, I don't know how many of you guys have ever gone to Essence Fest. But if you've ever gone to Essence Fest, and they have huge sponsors and huge companies, right, that are there, even they modify their ads and their commercials and their promotional material, um, and the resources that they have available to fit the communities that they're a part of. So, like, when you see McDonald's or Coke or Ford or Samsung or AT&T, any of those people that are there, you will notice how all of the faces in their commercials change, how all of the promotions change, how they may, it still aligns with the Ford brand, but there may be like some type of tweak, and then the staff and the team members have there to engage and represent, like all of these sorts of types of things, y'all. It is well thought out. So if these are people or companies that are generating billions, of dollars, and even they understand this concept of being able to, be consistent with what that audience likes to consume, this is something that you guys can take from a larger company. And it does work the same on these smaller pages. Their audience already knows how they like to consume information. So it is your job to make sure that you are acting accordingly when you're inside of their community. Now, once they get over to your page, you can keep it popping however you want to keep it popping. But when you go into someone else's house, you need to act accordingly. This is why a lot of times people drop ads on people's pages, or you guys do influencer ads, and y'all get mad and y'all say that they don't work, when in actuality the ad is not that the I'm sorry, y'all don't say that the ad doesn't work. Y'all are like, the page is trash. Y'all are like, oh, I did it over there. It was a waste of money. I didn't get anyone to come over. I didn't make any sales. That it's not good to advertise with them. No, like 90% of the time, it's not the page owner. It's really you. And because you're trying to push something on their audience in a way or in a format that their audience does not want to consume information. Even for the first time I remember doing an ad. Whose page was I on? It doesn't matter whose page I was on, but I did the ad on this page. They had like 5 or 6 million followers, right? And what happened was, like, it was a flop, like real life. But for something was telling me though that it was not the page. And I went back and I started paying attention to things that like was the things that was getting like a lot of engagement on their account. And I know, oh, I said, their audience likes fluffy stuff. I'm too heavy right now. I'm over their heads. I'm speaking. I did a post, and I did a on Facebook pixels in the post, and a couple of tricks you could use to get your CPC down. And I realized, I was like, dang, I was like, they don't even know what a CPC is, what a CPM. They have no idea about these metrics. They don't even know about the pixels. They don't even know the benefit or why you should use them or why they're necessary for those of us who are in business, right? And I was like, dang, I was like, I was over their head. I was too deep. I was like, and looked at the information on the page, they liked surface level information. Not to say that eventually they wouldn't want to dig deeper. They would, but again, if someone can't process what you're telling them, there's no way they're going to see that it's a benefit, valuable for them, and they're going to hang out with you, and they're definitely not going to spend money with you. So I think the ad, and I'm not going to say that the ad was a total bomb. You know what I'm saying? I picked up like 6 or 7 really, really good clients from that ad because they understood what I was saying. So they were like, oh, she knows her stuff, right? I went back into the page and I said, okay, let me do something a little lighter. And I went over and I gave really general, like super easy to consume information in that second ad. In the second ad, I just gave 3 tips that will help you that will help you build up buyers on social media. I didn't get into detail. I didn't break down about funnels. I didn't talk about processes. I didn't go into systems. I didn't say anything about automations. I didn't get that deep. I just kept it like real light. From that one post on the same page with the same group of people, because I modified my content to match theirs, instead of only getting like 2,000, turned around, I picked up like 7,000. And then out of that 7,000, there were like 1,500 of them that bought things from me within a 24-hour period. So that go around, it was super successful because I was able to make like $7,500 in 24 hours. And I also picked up, like I said, almost eight, it was like in between 7,500 and 8,000 followers like that. So again, whenever you are running these ads or you're creating this content, you really yourself to go and do some research on the page and look at how their audience likes to consume information. And the same thing that works on one page, a lot of times, sometimes you have things that can transition from, through 5 or 6 different pages. A lot of times you have to make modifications as you go from one community to the next, like real talk. So a lot of you guys that are like, oh, don't work, social media ads don't work, Google ads don't work, YouTube ads don't work. No, they work. You just ain't doing it right. Blink, blink, blink. And I'm probably the first person that's brave enough to tell you, you trash. Okay. It's not them. They work. Does this apply to artists and performers? Yeah. Like real life. Okay. So you have to be able to get that done. So we are creating for their community and for their page. The second big parameter or thing that you need to remember whenever we're getting into these different communities and pages and things like that, you'll notice I keep saying creating content for the page and not running an ad on the page. When you or when there's an offer, okay, or something like that, people just don't like to be sold to. And typically, no one wants to be sold to by someone that they don't even know or that they just met. You have to remember you're interrupting their viewers' lives, right? Because they're on their Instagram account or their Facebook account or wherever they're finding you at, enjoying their day, double tapping, liking, commenting, you know what I mean, sending inbox messages, and then here's your ad. They didn't ask for your ad. They didn't ask for your information. A lot of them are not even going to give a flying fart about who you are. And I'm just keeping it 100. So people typically need to be exposed to things 7 to 14 times before they feel comfortable enough to buy, right? So that means I can't just walk up to you and say, hey, my name is Ashley Ann, give me $100. Hey, my name is Ashley Ann, can I get $17? Hey, no, it doesn't work that way. You don't know me yet. You don't trust me. You don't know if I'm really legit or not. You don't know if I really know my stuff, right? Same thing with y'all and y'all's companies. People don't know yet. They just met you. So this is why I would encourage you to create content for the page and then invite people to come and follow you, right? Because now you can, again, catch attention, make sure someone's interested, and then you start calling out your specific niches, which is the third big thing. So when you're writing in the description, you're putting out your copy, you're going to figure out like, remember I told y'all last night, we're focusing on 1 to 4 segments of people, 1 to 4 niches. That's where you're going to say if you fall into one of these categories. And you be cool with it. You don't say if you're in category 1 or category 2, it doesn't work that way. So for me, and a lot of you guys have seen this on my posts, I'll say something. If you're starting a business or interested in starting a business, follow at King Ashley Ann. On some pages, I may say if you're a woman in business, because I'm looking for other women, follow at King Ashley Ann. On some other pages, I may say if you want to learn how to use Facebook ads, right? If that's who I'm looking for, follow at King Ashley Ann. Whoever it is that you're trying to call out. If you have natural hair or if you love protective styling, follow at bundles of bukus or whatever the name of your account is, or your company. But does that make sense? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So our goal is to look at their page and like create a piece of content that their audience wants to consume. We want to make sure we also are calling out our specific niches or our segments of people that we're talking about, right? And we want to make sure that when we are there, okay, does this apply to young sports programs? It applies to anything. Why do y'all do that to me? Why y'all do that to me? It don't matter what your book is, what your program is. It don't matter if you're selling a physical product, a digital product, or a program. It applies. This information that we're doing today honestly applies if you're marketing in any channel, in any, you know what I'm saying, segment, whether you're online, offline, all of that. Like real life. Like it, you know what I'm saying? If I'm running a radio ad or a television commercial, if you run TV commercials, you should go in and see what type of programming, right, your ideal audience is into, because you would only want to run on those networks or those stations or during the time shows. Like this is like what we're talking about right now. Even though this series is meant for Facebook and Instagram, you know, to help you guys monetize these platforms, but this stuff right here, real deal business training. This is teaching you how to be a target marketer. This is teaching you how to get in front of your desired customer, and teaching you how to get yourself in a position so they want to come to you and ask you for your products and services and about your programs, or to buy your book or whatever it is that you got going on. So you know, if it was not something that was universal, I would literally say this is how you do it for authors, or this is how you do it for fitness trainers. But like at the end of the day, if you can't figure out how to take this information that I give you, or you can't figure out how to take this information, it don't have to be you, and how to apply it to your business and what parts are not, that's when you know you really probably should consider getting a coach, or you really need to get a consultant. And it ain't got to be me, but you need to get someone, because that's what coaches and consultants do. We don't speak in universal or general terms. We tell you what you're going to do for your business. That's why typically it costs a fair amount of money, or it's a significant investment to work with us, because we got to be in your business in order to consult with you, and point you in the right path and tell you what's best for you. And that's for everybody. That's for everybody that's in here. If you are coming to my trainings and other people trainings, and you buying books and courses, and you taking all kinds of classes and academies, and it's still not clicking, it's still not firing off, it's still not working, you really need to consider getting a coach or a consultant, because they will tell you what you need to do, and they will help you troubleshoot, and they will help you figure stuff out. Anyway, now that we've gone through all of that basic stuff, as far as like how you're creating content and how you're going to integrate it into someone's page, and then you're going to give them the call to action to come over and to follow you and connect with you, we need to talk about some basic things you need to look for on the actual influencer pages, because a lot of people struggle with this as well. I think several people, unfortunately, have spent money on an account, have spent money advertising with someone, only to find out that it's a fake page, right? And what I mean by fake page, they have like fake followers. Um, they have fake, you know, commenters. They're out here trying to pretend like they're larger than what they are, so they can come up on you, you know, and get a couple coins off of you. So I just wanted to go through some quick things if you're going to be working with micro influencers or mega influencers, that you can look for if you're trying to figure out if the person has legitimate followers on their page and the place for you to advertise or not. Okay. So first thing first is we want a variation in posting times. If there's a human being running that page, there's going to be a variation in posting times. Okay. They're going to post to their timeline and their stories during different the day and during the night. Okay. The next thing that we're looking for are comments. Okay. Typically, if someone really has influence, if they really have a connection with their audience, and matter if they have 1 million followers or if they only have 1,000 followers, okay, you're going to see comments from time to time, okay, and more specifically, they should be a variation in comments. Like it's not going to be 10 comments every single time. Like if y'all go down my timeline, y'all will see some posts only have 8 or 9 comments. You'll see some posts have like 16 comments. You'll see some posts have 300 comments. You'll even see a few posts that may have like 15 comments. This is because everything does not resonate with everyone. And y'all, hold on. My bad. Can't be out here burning up good scallops in these streets now. Anyway, back to what I was saying. There should be a variation in the amount of comments on the page. Okay. there should be a variation. Yeah, look, Dream to Dollar says $5 she killing the bug. Y'all know if I see a spider, I can't let it go. I'll be like, look, you got to get up out of here. It's me or you. And it's gonna be you today. You can't take your eyes off of it. Ain't nobody got no time for that. No time. Anyway. So there should be a variation in the amount of comments on the post, okay? It does not matter how popping somebody is. If it clear indication, if you look and if underneath every post it's like always 16 comments or 20 comments or 300 comments or whatever whatever is on, you have to make sure, okay, that you are putting your money somewhere that you're going to get a return, okay? So there should be a variation in the comments. Even when you post during different times of day, you're going to see it. I promise. Go look at anybody who you know has like a real page with real followers. You're going to see there's always a variation. Also, you need to look at the commentors, okay? So there are people, look, I hate to break this to y'all, but I just want y'all to know what's real in these streets, okay? There are little bots that people can buy and they can create, and sometimes people, sometimes not even bots, sometimes people make like 10 or 12 other accounts so they can look like they popping. I'm telling y'all, people be doing the most, and they have like little teams of people and they will go and comment. Now definitely a true fan, or like if you're like me, you have like kingdom members and stuff like that, of course you're going to get some of the same people that come back and comment and talk and those sort of things, but you're going to notice a variation of other people. But when people have, when they out here faking and being phony with their follower count and stuff like that, you will notice it's like always the same people in the comments, and you never really see anyone else different or anyone new. Again, the way that the algorithms are set up in these social media streets right now, it's impossible at this point for all of your followers to see within a 24-hour period whenever you post it, okay? So therefore, the same people are not even going to see it to be able to post on every single post like that. So I want you to look for a variation in comments, and then I want you to see a variation in commentors. And again, I'm not saying that to say that you can't have some people that really, really rock with you, and whatever you put up, they're conversing and they're talking and stuff like that. But again, you're going to see some additional ones come in and go out. So you may see like 5 people that are always comment on my stuff. But then, like I said, if I have a post with 1,700 people, you don't see the same, you don't see like 1,700, 1,700, 1,700, 1,700, and it's all the same people. Does that make sense? So I want y'all to really, really, really attention to those things, okay? I was contacted by one of those pages and went through their followers and comments, and they were all private pages and people who had no followers. Yes, that part. And they'll reach out to you and say, hey, do you want to run an ad on my page? Or it's really, really cheap. For me, typically, if someone reaches out to me and asks me to run an ad on their page, I typically have had negative experiences with that. Most of the time, you thought I was beating somebody up? Y'all crazy. Most of the time, that has not fared well for me. So I typically like to go and search and find pages that I can promote on. Or if I can get someone to like refer me or say these are like good pages. Next thing we're looking at is the amount of likes. Again, there should be a variation in likes. So we don't want, okay, we don't want the same amount of likes everywhere across the board. If you go and look at a page and it's always 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, I'm like, you don't never get 3,000, you'll never get 500, you'll never get 15,000. If it's the same, like all the way across the board, that's not the page you need to be advertising on, okay? Also look for discussions. I like to pay attention to that. Let me tell y'all something. People got time, okay? People have a lot of time on their hand these days. They have a lot of time on their hands these days in these streets. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So because people have time on their hands, then you will often see conversations and sometimes arguments going down in the comment section. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know there have been a couple of people I have to excommunicate them from the kingdom because sometimes they're harassing y'all. Like I've seen people go, like I remember we had a post once and the post had like 400 and something comments on it. And there was this dude, and he literally, like, he added probably at least like 200 people, like one by one by one. And he was like mad disrespectful. It may have been more. It may have been more comments. This is a long, y'all, like a year and a half ago, and I put up a post about how black people wash meat and white people don't. And I wanted to know if it was true. And I was like, y'all chime in, let me know if you wash your meat before you cook it or not, right? And anyway, it spurred this big debate, and it may have been more than 400 something comments. It was a lot though. It was nuts. It was crazy. But there was this person who really felt some type of way, okay, about, us feeling some type of way about not washing your meat. And they were going in, and they were getting like respectful, okay? And I had to excommunicate them. But hey, there was a lot of discussion, okay? There was a lot of discussion going on about if you wash your meat and if you don't. And my conclusion was that if you are a Black American, or if you are a Caribbean person of color, we tend to wash our meat, okay? Others, not so much, okay? Also, a lot of my Latin brothers and sisters, okay, and a lot of my Mexican brothers and sisters, they was jumping in there too, and they like, we wash our meat too, right? So, that was my conclusion. Like, the minorities, we believe in washing meat. If you come from the Caribbean, you probably washing your meat. If you're not one of our groups, you probably not washing your meat, right? But anyway, just even a post that simple. I put up another post one day about autism, and you saw all kinds of conversations and discussions and some arguments break. So when you're going when you're going through, just random selection, going through the posts, looking at the comments, look for things like that, because that's normally an indication that it's a real page. And again, they do have a level of influence with their audience, right? Which is what we want if we're going to be spending money running ads on the pages. And then this is just a general rule, because a lot of people I know ad was successful or not, right? So you have to think about whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So if you're trying to do these ads so you can grow your followers, then, and let's say you're able to get, like, I normally do, the general rule is my CPF, which is my cost per follower, I don't like it to be over 50 cents. So if I'm running an ad, and if I spend $400 on the ad, I'm expecting at least 800 followers back. However, there may be another market that you have for success. Maybe instead of followers, you want subscribers to come on your list, right? I've done that before. I've especially since people do IG stories now, and I'm like, swipe up, or text King to 313131 to get this for free inside of their. So at that point, my goal isn't to get a follower, it's to get subscribers. And for me, I will pay like up to $1 for a subscriber. Typically, if I'm doing them through Instagram and people are doing it in the stories, I literally pick up new subscribers for like 25 cents, which is amazing. And I'm super happy with that. So that could be a success marker for you. Maybe your success marker is not the amount of followers. Maybe you have an amount of money you want to make. Because I do that sometimes. I say, okay, this ad costs me $1,500. So my goal would be to make $4,500 back within a 3-day period. So I give myself 72 hours to make the money back to see if the ad was worth it, right? So then at that point, if I pick up, like, let's say I only pick up like 300 followers from a post, but out of those 300 followers, I pick up 3 new clients who want me to do social media management for their pages. Well, my social media management starts at $3,500 a month. So that's a good come up for me. So did I do a good job spending $300, and then I turned around, you know what I'm saying, and made like a little bit over like $10,500 back? Yeah. And that's in a month. That's a dang good ad for me. And it's a 3-month minimum. So that essentially, right, has turned into like a $32,000 come up for me from that $300, from that $300 post. And I may have only gotten 300 followers and not 6,000, but out of 300, I got 3 people who wanted to come in and work with me and have me manage their pages. So when you're measuring what's a successful ad for you, you just really need to think about what's the outcome you want. Do you want someone? Do you want someone to get on your email list that day? Are you looking just for a follower, and you're wanting them to talk to you, communicate with you? You're wanting to be able to really like turn them into a lead. Like, figure that out, and that's what's going to tell you if it's successful for you or not. How do you know the money came from the post specifically? Do you use a discount code or phrase, or simply ask where they saw you? At this point, because I speak to so many people, I typically use phrases and I use codes. And sometimes I literally, like some of the links that you'll see in my bio and like in my tree, those links are set up like for that sale. So I know if they use this link or if they bought that variation of the product, that that's where it came from. It's a very good question. Very good question. For sure, for sure, for sure. Was this information helpful to y'all today? About running successful social media ads. If you found this information helpful, give me the number 2. Give me the number 2. Give me the number 2s if y'all found this successful. Let's see. I wash rice too. First rinse it through and remove the starch and grit. I wash my rice too, Tashina. A lot of people don't though. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I saw that, Latina, that thing about people who don't wash their legs and their feet. I thought about posting about it, but I was like, nah, I don't want to. I was like, nah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sleeping with me no way, so it's cool. But I mean, it's not cool, but it's cool. But yes, a lot of people that don't wash their legs and feet, and I was like, what the tarnation? Thank you for all of the twos. For everybody that gave the number 2, y'all know I got something for you because during this series, during this free training over these 10 days where we're going through, basics and foundations of being able to monetize your social media, every day I've committed to putting a product on sale for $17, okay? Whether it is like a $500 product or a $97 product, I'm putting them on sale for $17. But the gag is you only got a 24-hour window to get it. So yesterday I got on really, really late. I had stuff going on. So those of you who don't know, follower, profit, and marketing budgets is a $327 course. It is on sale for $17. That ends at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you got a little bit under 4 hours to get that one, okay? The deal of the day for today that expires at noon tomorrow is the magic ad. So the magic ad is a bomb training. People love it. They send me messages all the time, and they go, "Oh my God, it really worked! I got 3,000 followers in one day, and 2,000, and 600, and 500." So the magic ad takes you through actually building an ad or a piece of content that you can use as an ad in social media land. We go through researching the influencers. We actually lay out the script for the ad, and then I do a video training on creating the ad. And then there's a video training on creating product ads as well, okay? So that is normally $127, and it is $17 today. Blink, blink, blink. So that means you have until 5 p.m. if you want to secure if you want to secure the follower, profit, and marketing budgets, okay? That's until 5. You have until 12 o'clock tomorrow to get into the magic script. No, if you want to get into pixels, you got to take a Facebook workshop or course or academy or come into some of the classes. But pixels aren't that hard anymore, not the way that Facebook set it up. And there's all kinds of video tutorials out there. What messes people up with pixels, and this has nothing to do with the pixel and a pixel training, it's because the person who needs work with it, and I'm not trying to clown you or anything like that. Please don't take it that way. I'm just breaking it down. Is because you don't have an understanding of how your infrastructure and your system works yet. Because the reality is you get the pixel, and the pixel goes on every page on your website or every page in your funnel or every page on your landing page, right? It is then your job back to Facebook, and when you're inside of the ads manager, and it'd be the same thing with Google Analytics, and say when someone lands on this page, this means X to me. So you have to set that up. Like they can't set that up for you. I can't set that up for you. Like you have to, unless we're working together one-on-one and I'm building out your infrastructure, like you have to say if someone goes to this landing page, it means they're interested in learning more about Facebook, or it means they're interested in learning more about Instagram, or it means they're interested, right, in taking a webinar with me. So the pixel goes on every page, and then you go into Facebook and you says, when the pixel is on this page, when someone takes this action, this is what it means to me. And then you will take your checkout page, right? And so if they land on your checkout page where they're getting, I'm sorry, not the checkout page, a checkout page, then you will say if they're here, that means they added something to their cart. And if they added it to their cart, but they never made it over to the confirmation page, that means I now need to send them an incentive to buy. So you got that same pixel everywhere. And when it's on those different pages, it means different things. So you have to go back in and say, when my pixel is at this URL, this is what it means to me, right? Then you take it a next step and you start creating audiences based off of that. And that's it. So that, right, then after you create the audiences based off of that, so let's say you want to make an audience of people who are interested. They put it in the cart, but they didn't buy it. Then you need to make another audience of people that made it to the confirmation page, because that means that they actually checked out and they purchased from you, right? So now whenever I'm running an ad, I say, well, I want to run an incentive to those people that added it to the cart, but they didn't buy. So then you're going to go into Facebook and you're going to say, run this 20% off ad to anyone that added something to the cart in the last 7 days or 21 days or 4. You got to tell Facebook, this is what I want you to do. And then you go and you say, and exclude people that made it to the confirmation page, because again, if they got to the confirmation page, that means they actually purchased something from you. So they don't need to see the incentive ad for 20% off. Then you may turn around and tell Facebook and say, well, these people purchased from me, I want you to run an ad to these people and tell you thank you, and I want to offer them something that's like at a tripwire price or something like that. So yeah, you're in the tree now. Scroll down to this week's deals. They're one on top of the other. They're the first 2 buttons, both of the products I was talking about. But does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Some of y'all tune me out because it just confuse y'all. Don't pay attention to that. But to anyone that has been struggling with pixels, that should have made sense to y'all. So yes, thank you so much for the 14-day challenge. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for participating in the 14-day challenge. Where do you find me? I am on Facebook and Instagram at King Ashley Ann on all my platforms. You said that really helped? Yeah. So a lot of times when people get frustrated with pixels, it's not that you're really frustrated with the pixel. The pixel is really the easy part. The pixel is just the code snippet, and you throw it everywhere in your funnel or everywhere on your website or on every single one of your landing pages. But you have to go back in and you have to assign to Facebook and say, this is what this pixel means to me. And if it has a data amount associated with it, you have to say, okay, well, this represents $20, $500, $1,000, whatever. So what most people get confused at is they don't know in their own system. They haven't sat down and thought about, well, what does it mean to me if someone gets to this page on my website, right? When will we know if IG Houston October 5th is a definite? When I tell y'all, because it's a pop-up. Blink, blink, blink. Anyway, you guys, those of you who are coming to Strength Conference or DreamCon in Dallas, I cannot wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you. I hope you guys enjoyed this Lunch and Learn today. I hope you found it really helpful. If you did, please make sure you click the link in the bio. Get the magic ad formula for $17. Walk you through the process of actually creating ads for influencer pages, researching and finding influencers, the script that you need for the headline and the description so that you can get people back over to your page. All of that is normally $127. It's on sale today for $17. You have until 12 noon Central Standard Time. And for those of you who have been enjoying this series and finding it helpful, I want to strongly urge you to join Kingdom Essentials. It's an amazing course for beginners, and again, it's introductory level. It's going to help you set up your foundations and not be overwhelmed by all this stuff that's going on in these social media streets. Remember, anytime from now, I could have did it before I got on here, until Sunday night, I will send out a notification, and the course is $1,297. It is 12 weeks long. I'm going to let 200 people in for $97. Okay, after we run out of those 200 spots, there'll be a 24-hour window where anybody can get in for $197, okay? Blink, blink, blink. Text KING to 313131 if you want the text message notification. If you're outside of the United States, click the link in my bio, and you're going to join the Royal Court. You will get instant access to the information. All the modules are already done, all the PDFs, all the templates. See another link. You'll get invited to our private Facebook group where you can ask questions and get support from the group peers as well. Other than that, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. Come into Strength Conference if you're specifically coming to meet me. I won't be there tonight. I'll get into Dallas tonight, but I will be in the building on Friday and Saturday, okay? Love you. Thank you, everyone who shared. And thank you so much for coming to kick it with me, all right? Bye, y'all. Have a fantastic day. Oh, almost got me. Bye, y'all. All right. I love you guys. Have a fabulous day. Stay safe. Stay clean. Like what we teach works. Blink, blink, blink. Boom. There we go.